Datta, Sri Guru Datta.
Jai Guru 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 Datta, Sri Guru Datta.
Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatyay Namaha, Shri Padavallabha Narasimha Saraswati, Shri Guru Dattatreya Namaha, Shri Ganapati Satchidananda Sadgurubhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Guru Datta and welcome to Datta Arpanam with your hosts Rishi Nirvan Balrup
and Ravita Singh. Jai Guru Datta, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music, and teachings of His Holiness Paramapujya Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji of Avadhuta Dattapitam in Mysuru. Today's program begins with the offering of pranams, gratitude, and this invocation prayer at the sacred feet of beloved Sadgurudeva Pujya Shri Swamiji, as this show, possible only through His divine grace, is offered to him. Please join Pujya Shri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji now in worship.
श्री गणेशाय नमः, श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः, श्रीपादवल्लभ नरसिंह सरस्वती, श्री गुरुदत्तात्रेयाय नमः, श्री गणपति सच्चिदानंद सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः, गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीभूयुत श्रीहरिचिह्निताभ्याम् अगस्त्यरेखादिभिरञ्चिताभ्याम् निगूढबीजाक्षरमुद्रिताभ्याम् नमो नमः सद्गुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। गणपति गुरुमेकं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं, विबुधनिवहसेव्यं योगमार्गाधिरूढं, शरणमुपगतानामार्तिसङ्घाद्रिवज्रं मम हृदयनिवासं भक्तिनम्रो नमामि, भक्तिनम्रो नमामि।
Once again, everyone, Swagatam, and thank you for tuning in to this morning's edition of Datta Arpanam. Today's program is being brought to you through the kind courtesy of Ramlal Educational Institute of number 12 Exchange Lots Couver, Valini's Drug Mart Limited of 58 to 60 Sutton Street, San Fernando, Debe Supermart Limited of 182 SS Erin Road, Debe, and Koke Supermart Limited of 14 Naparima Mayaro Road, San Fernando.
Last week on Datta Arpanam, you heard the story of how Sanat Kumara agreed to, in his next life, be the son of Lord Shiva. This had become necessary because the demon Tarakasura had obtained a boon ensuring that he could only be destroyed by the 7-day-old son of Lord Shiva. The demon, knowing that Lord Shiva had gone into a state of deep meditation after Sati Devi had left her physical form, figured that Lord Shiva would never have a son now that he had no wife. But God always works to save his devotees. Sati Devi incarnated as Parvati Devi, and through the intervention of the gods and the intense penance of Parvati Devi, that divine mother won the heart of Lord Shiva and the couple were married.
Today we will hear more about the events leading to the incarnation of Lord Subramanyam, and we will also hear more about that Lord himself. First though, let us join together and worship another son of Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, Lord Ganapati. Please open the Bhajanmala app or visit the website www.bhajanmala.com, enter Bhajan ID number 2 and join Pujya Appaji in singing this Hindi bhajan.
गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि ओंकार निर्विकार निराकार तू सकल वेद मंत्र का तत्व सार तू सत्व रजस तामस से पार तू रहे हमको भी योग का रहस्य बता दे सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि मंत्र से उपासना करे मूलाधार चक्र तेरी शक्ति से चले हे रंबुल महाकाय तुझको बुलाए कण कण में गण गण में तुझको ही पाए सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि लंबोदर तुझको लोग क्यों कहे कोटि ब्रह्मांड तूने पेट में धरे सूक्ष्म नेत्र तुझको लोग क्यों कहे जीव कोटि तेरी कृपा दृष्टि से चले सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि विष्णु रुद्रादि देव देव मिलके विघ्नाधिपति कहे तुझे शान से त्रिकरण शुद्धि से तुझे पुकारे सच्चिदानंद तत्व हमें दिला दे सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि सुमुख गणपति दे दो सन्मति अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि अर्क गणपति दो सूक्ष्म बुद्धि
May Lord Ganapati, who, as the bhajan teaches us, has a beautiful face, remove the obstacles from the paths of those who worship him earnestly, so that they too may come to also reflect that word, Sumukha. For the closer we come to knowing God, the closer we come to knowing Guru, the closer we get to true eternal happiness, the kind of happiness that grants us an ever-pleasant countenance, an ever-pleasant face.
Listeners, when we listen to Paramapuja Sri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji sing that bhajan, Sumukha Ganapati, when we listen to him sing any of his bhajans, and when we follow his teachings, we come closer and closer to that eternal state of bliss. After all, he is the one worshipped with the mantra Shri Akhanda Nandadayakaya Namaha, the one who gives uninterrupted bliss. To such a divine master, pranams are once again offered as we continue the story of Lord Subramanyam here on Datta Arpanam.
Last week you heard that when Lord Shiva asked Sanat Kumara to be his son, Sanat Kumara agreed. Lord Shiva and Mother Parvati, who had visited Sanat Kumara, then left the Rishi's abode and went into a cave where they entered into deep meditation.
Meanwhile, demon Tarakasura's atrocities had become unbearable. But you may remember from last week's episode of Datta Arpanam that the celestials, acting on Guru Brihaspati's instruction, had already prayed to Lord Shiva, asking for help to rid them of Tarakasura. In response to their pleas, Lord Shiva had said that the time was not yet right, so they should simply continue their penance. Now, though atrocities committed by the demon had escalated, the celestials continued their penance. In fact, they continued their penance for thousands of years. Eventually, they approached Lord Vishnu with desperate pleas for help.
Along with the celestials, Lord Vishnu approached the cave. But Lord Vishnu shared a secret with the celestials. If Shiva's dhyana or meditation is disturbed, then the culprit would have to suffer separation from his wife for a very long time. Whoever was willing to accept the curse was asked to step forward.
No one volunteered. Then Agni, the fire god, was summoned, since he was the only one capable of bearing the heat of Shiva's radiance for any length of time.
Lord Shiva heard the prolonged prayers. His yoga was disturbed. Because of this, Parvati Devi grew very angry. She came out and cursed all the celestials, including Lord Vishnu, to suffer separation from their wives in some future lifetime. It was actually due to this curse that during his incarnation as Sri Rama, that Lord Vishnu had to be separated from his spouse Sita Devi.
Lord Shiva stepped out from the cave and heard the celestials' prayers. Agni, meanwhile, stood ready in the form of a dove to capture the energy of Shiva before it could fall on the ground after emanating from him. He imbibed the energy and flew away in the form of Vayu, the wind god.
Vayu found it impossible to carry the energy within him, so sage Narada advised him to drop the energy into the pure-hearted wives of rishis after they perform Magha Snanam, or the holy river bath in the month of Magha.
Vayu waited impatiently. 6 wives of rishis, all except Arundhati, the wife of sage Vasishta, were doing the Magha Snanam. It was against the rules for them to warm themselves at a campfire right after their bath in the freezing cold waters of the river during winter. It was bad for health.
The wives of the rishis broke this rule and warmed themselves at the fire. At that moment, Vayu dropped Lord Shiva's energy into their wombs in the form of sparks of fire. Subramanya is hence known as Swaheya, the son of fire.
The wives at once recognized the change. They found themselves pregnant. They realized their mistake. They went to the Himalayas and they dropped the energy growing inside them into the holy river Ganga. As Ganga River bore the child, Subramanya Swami is also known as Gangeya.
Near Lake Gaurikund, the river Ganga stopped its flow and the radiance entered Gaurikund and into Parvati Devi's womb, which was in the form of darbha grass growing around the pond. The brilliance assumed a form, but this form split into 6 parts, giving Subramanya the name Shanmukha, meaning the one with 6 faces. The parts then united, giving him the name Skanda.
During the sacred month of Margashirsha, before the full moon on the 6th day of the moon phase, Subramanya Swami was born.
On the first day of the moon, he entered Gaurikund.
On the 2nd day, the 6 different parts of energy gathered together.
On the 3rd day, they assumed a form.
On the 4th day, a definite shape was formed, with 6 faces and 12 eyes.
On the 5th day, he was beautifully decorated.
On the 6th day, on Subramanya Shashti, the child sat up. During that amazingly auspicious Muhurta time, all was peaceful. The sages sang praises. The child was in a resplendent form, spreading radiance in all the worlds.
On the banks of Gaurikund, there was no one to care for and nurture the child, so Indra summoned Bahula Devi, who is of the form of the Kritika Devatas, to nurture the child. She came in 6 forms, so the child again became 6 children, so that each of those forms would have the blessing of caring for him. Each of those motherly forms then fed and nourished a child and raised the children with immense love.
Subramanya once again took a unified form and came to be known as Kartikeya, having been nurtured by the Kritika mothers.
Listeners, Lord Subramanya was born to destroy the demon Tarakasura. In our scriptures, demons represent inner demons or impurities within each of us. So, before we hear some more about Lord Subramanyam, let us join in singing the Devi Bhajan, Kalimala Nashini Kalyani. Kalyani is another name for Goddess Parvati, the one who Lord Subramanya promised would be known as his mother. But the word Kalyani also means benevolent one. That divine mother is Kalyani, but she is also Kalimala Nashini. She is the one who destroys the impurities within us.
May that Divine Mother destroy the impurities within each person who worships her sincerely. Please open the Bhajanmala app to Bhajan ID number 431 and join in worshipping her through this beautiful bhajan.
कलिमलनाशिनी कल्याणी कलिमलनाशिनी कल्याणी लालिसु भकुतर भद्राणि लालिसु भकुतर भद्राणि कलिमलनाशिनी कल्याणी कलिमलनाशिनी कल्याणी लालिसु भकुतर भद्राणि लालिसु भकुतर भद्राणि कलिमलनाशिनी कल्याणी लालिसु भकुतर भद्राणि ನೀಗಿಸು ನಿಶೆಗೆನು ನಿಖಿಲೇಶಿ ನೀಗಿಸು ನಿಶೆಗೆನು ನಿಖಿಲೇಶಿ ಮಾಗಿಸು ಮನವನು ಮಲಯೇಶಿ ಮಾಗಿಸು ಮನವನು ಮಲಯೇಶಿ ಬ್ರಾಜಿಸು ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ ವಿಬುದೇಶಿ ರಾಜಿಸುಮತಿಗೆಲಿ ರಾಜೇಶಿ ರಾಜಿಸುಮತಿಗೆಲಿ ರಾಜೇಶಿ ನೀಗಿಸು ನಿಶೆಗೆನು ನಿಖಿಲೇಶಿ ಮಾಗಿಸು ಮನವನು ಮಲಯೇಶಿ ಬ್ರಾಜಿಸು ಬುದ್ಧಿಯ ವಿಬುದೇಶಿ ರಾಜಿಸುಮತಿಗೆಲಿ ರಾಜೇಶಿ ಕಲಿಮಲನಾಶಿನಿ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಕಲಿಮಲನಾಶಿನಿ ಕಲ್ಯಾಣಿ ಲಾಲಿಸು ಭಕುತರ ಭದ್ರಾಣಿ ಲಾಲಿಸು ಭಕುತರ ಭದ್ರಾಣಿ अगणित गुणनिधि कान्तिमती
अगणित गुणनिधि कान्तिमती
सुगुण महोदधि शान्तिमती
सुगुण महोदधि शान्तिमती
निगमागम निज सारमती
निगमागम निज सारमती
सच्चिदानन्दिनी चारुमती
सच्चिदानन्दिनी चारुमती
अगणित गुणनिधि कान्तिमती सुगुण महोदधि शान्तिमती निगमागम निज सारमती सच्चिदानन्दिनी चारुमती कलिमलनाशिनी कल्याणी कलिमलनाशिनी कल्याणी लालिसु भकुतर भद्राणि लालिसु भकुतर भद्राणि कलिमलनाशिनी कल्याणी कलिमलनाशिनी कल्याणी लालिसु भकुतर भद्राणि लालिसु भकुतर भद्राणि भद्राणि भद्राणि
A divinely beautiful bhajan indeed. But this should not surprise us. After all, the bhajan was written and rendered by divinity incarnate, Paramapujya Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji. You are tuned in to Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of Pujya Shri Swamiji. Thank you for tuning in to today's offering, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Shri Swamiji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Valini's Drug Mart Limited, Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
Last Sunday and so far today, you have heard the stories of events which led to Lord Subramaniam's birth. Sri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji has said that Lord Subramanya was actually the last god to take birth. No deity was born after Lord Subramanyam. After his birth, only incarnations have taken place.
Lord Subramanya took birth to protect us and grant us health, prosperity, and spiritual wisdom. Any ear problem, eye problems, speech problems, all are removed by him. He also cures headaches, skin problems, and nervous disorders. And since he represents the planet Mars or Mangala and Rahu, the shadow planet, he cures bone diseases. Lord Subramanya takes care of all diseases. All diseases of the body are cured by him. He also improves our prana shakti or our life energy.
Listeners, if one reads Pujya Appaji's biography, there's evidence of his prediction of the COVID-19 pandemic many years before it happened. Now, that same Appaji is telling us to daily worship this Lord who cures all diseases of the body. Do not take his words lightly. None of us knows what he is seeing or what he knows. So let us, with humility and surrender, simply heed his instructions.
As Pujya Appaji himself said while discoursing on Dharma in Dallas just a few weeks ago, we should do whatever Guru directs us to do.
And one thing which Pujya Appaji again and again directs us to do is to engage in Nama Sankirtanam. So let us not just respect this instruction, but let us follow it now as we join in singing today's next bhajan. Please open the Bhajanmala app or website to bhajan ID number 80 and join in worshipping Lord Dattatreya through song.
जराजन्म विनाशाय जराजन्म विनाशाय देहशुद्धि कराय च देहशुद्धि कराय च दिगंबर दयामूर्ते दिगंबर दयामूर्ते दत्तात्रेय नमोस्तुते 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 दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि
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 अत्रिनन्दन मां पाहि
अत्रिनन्दन मां पाहि
अनसूयात्मज मां पाहि
अनसूयात्मज मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि
मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि
मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि
दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि
दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि
आपद्बान्धव मां पाहि
आपद्बान्धव मां पाहि
आश्रितवत्सल मां पाहि
आश्रितवत्सल मां पाहि
आपद्बान्धव मां पाहि
आपद्बान्धव मां पाहि
आश्रितवत्सल मां पाहि
आश्रितवत्सल मां पाहि
मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि
मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि
मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि मां पाहि दीनवत्सल मां पाहि
दीनवत्सल मां पाहि
दीनरक्षक मां पाहि
दीनरक्षक मां पाहि
दीनवत्सल मां पाहि
दीनवत्सल मां पाहि
दीनरक्षक मां पाहि
दीनरक्षक मां पाहि
मां पाहि मां पाहि 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 मां पाहि दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि
दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि
दत्तात्रेय मां पाहि
सच्चिदानन्द मां पाहि
सच्चिदानन्द मां पाहि
साधु रक्षक मां पाहि mam pahi, mam pahi, mam pahi,
mam pahi,
mam pahi, mam pahi, mam pahi.
mam pahi, mam pahi, mam pahi. Dattatreya mam pahi, Dattatreya mam pahi, Dattatreya mam pahi, Dattatreya mam pahi.
Dram, dram, dattaya namaha. Dram, 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 dattaya namaha.
Dram, 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 Dattaya namaha.
Dram, 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 dattaya namaha.
Dram, 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 Dattaya namaha.
Dram, 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 dattaya namaha.
Dram, 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 Dattaya namaha.
Dram, 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 dattaya namaha.
Dram, 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 Dattaya namaha.
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 Dram, 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 dattaya namaha.
Dram, 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 Dattaya namaha.
Dattaya namaha.
Dattaya namaha.
Jai Guru Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Sri Guru Datta.
Jai Guru Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Shri Guru Datta.
Jai Guru Datta, Sri Guru Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Sri Guru Datta.
Jai Guru Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Jai Guru Datta, Shri Guru Datta.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Shri Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Shri Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Shri Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Shri Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Shri Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Shri Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Sri Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama,
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Rama Rama, Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
Jai Guru Datta, Rama Rama.
May Lord Dattatreya protect and bless all of creation. You were just listening to the Avadhuta of Lord Dattatreya, Paramapujya Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji, here on Datta Arpanam. Thank you for joining us for this morning's hour of devotion, which is coming to you on 103.1 FM through the grace of Pujya Shri Swamiji, and thanks to the sponsorship by Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited.
Today you've been hearing about Lord Subramaniam. If you look at an image of Lord Subramaniam, you will see him holding a spear. That spear, which is called Vela Yuddha or Shakti Vela, has only one sharp point. That single sharp point encompasses the combined forces of all the 3 points of a trident.
That Vela Yuddha bears so much significance. By holding this weapon, the 3 energies of Shakti, namely the Ichcha Shakti or energy of desire, the Jnana Shakti or energy of wisdom, and the Kriya Shakti or energy of action, all of these are within Lord Subramanyam.
In addition to this, the Vela Yudha also represents the three gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas. All three gunas merge in Lord Subramanyam, who is of the form of Sattva Guna.
The word Ekagra means single-pointed. By Lord Subramanya carrying a spear which has a single point, it signifies the single-pointed concentration which he grants us by granting spiritual knowledge. Because of this Lord is also called Jnanaskanda.
Last week you heard that the Vahana or vehicle of Lord Subramanyam's brother, Lord Ganapati, is the mouse. Well, Lord Subramanya's Vahana is the peacock. So, now that you know that Lord Subramanya holds the single-pointed spear and rides the peacock, if you were not able to recognize his form before, hopefully now, if you see a picture or murti of him, you will recognize him.
Actually, speaking of murtis of Lord Subramanyam, on March 7th, 2018, Pujya Appaji consecrated a beautiful, majestic-looking 45-foot-tall murti of Lord Subramanyam in Tamil Nadu. But whether we worship that Lord in a 45-foot form, in a miniature form, or formless, worship him we must, as this is the instruction of Sadgurudeva Pujya Appaji. So everyone, please join now in worshipping Lord Subramanyam.
नमस्ते भूमितत्त्वाय नमस्ते जलजन्मने नमस्ते वह्निगर्भाय नमस्ते वायुरूपिणे नमस्ते व्योमदेहाय सुब्रह्मण्याय ते नमः। ॐ स्कन्दाय नमः। ॐ गुहाय नमः। ॐ षण्मुखाय नमः। ॐ फालनेत्रसुताय नमः। ॐ प्रभवे नमः। ॐ पिङ्गळाय नमः। ॐ कृत्तिकासूनवे नमः। ॐ शिखिवाहाय नमः। ॐ द्विषड्भुजाय नमः। ॐ द्विषण्नेत्राय नमः। ॐ शक्तिधराय नमः। ॐ पिशिताशप्रभञ्जनाय नमः। ॐ तारकासुरसंहर्त्रे नमः। ॐ रक्षोबलविमर्दनाय नमः। ॐ मत्ताय नमः। ॐ प्रमत्ताय नमः। ॐ उन्मत्ताय नमः। ॐ सुरसैन्यसुरक्षकाय नमः। ॐ देवसेनापतये नमः। ॐ प्राज्ञाय नमः। ॐ कृपाळवे नमः। ॐ भक्तवत्सलाय नमः। ॐ उमासुताय नमः। ॐ शक्तिधराय नमः। ॐ कुमाराय नमः। ॐ क्रौञ्चधारणाय नमः। ॐ सेनान्ये नमः। ॐ अग्निजन्मने नमः। ॐ विशाखाय नमः। ॐ शङ्करात्मजाय नमः। ॐ शिवस्वामिने नमः। ॐ गुणस्वामिने नमः। ॐ सर्वस्वामिने नमः। ॐ सनातनाय नमः। ॐ अनन्तशक्तये नमः। ॐ अक्षोभ्याय नमः। ॐ पार्वतीप्रियनन्दनाय नमः। ॐ गङ्गासुताय नमः ॐ शरोद्भूताय नमः ॐ आहूताय नमः ॐ पावकात्मजाय नमः ॐ जृम्भाय नमः ॐ प्रजृम्भाय नमः ॐ उज्जृम्भाय नमः ॐ कमलासनसंस्तुताय नमः ॐ एकवर्णाय नमः ॐ द्विवर्णाय नमः ॐ त्रिवर्णाय नमः ॐ सुमनोहराय नमः ॐ चतुर्वर्णाय नमः ॐ पञ्चवर्णाय नमः ॐ प्रजापतये नमः ॐ अहस्पतये नमः ॐ अग्निगर्भाय नमः ॐ शमीगर्भाय नमः ॐ विश्वरेतसे नमः ॐ सुरारिघ्ने नमः ॐ हरिद्वर्णाय नमः ॐ शुभकराय नमः ॐ वटवे नमः ॐ वटुवेशभृते नमः ॐ पूष्णे नमः ॐ गभस्तये नमः ॐ गहनाय नमः ॐ चन्द्रवर्णाय नमः ॐ कलाधराय नमः ॐ मायाधराय नमः ॐ महामायिने नमः ॐ कैवल्याय नमः ॐ शङ्करात्मजाय नमः ॐ विश्वयोनये नमः ॐ अमेयात्मने नमः ॐ तेजोनिधये नमः ॐ अनामयाय नमः ॐ परमेष्ठिने नमः ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः ॐ वेदगर्भाय नमः ॐ विराट्पतये नमः ॐ पुलिन्दकन्याभर्त्रे नमः ॐ महासारस्वतावृताय नमः ॐ आश्रिताखिलदात्रे नमः ॐ चोरघ्नाय नमः ॐ रोगनाशनाय नमः ॐ अनन्तमूर्तये नमः ॐ आनन्दाय नमः ॐ शिखण्डीकृतकेतनाय नमः ॐ डम्भाय नमः ॐ परमडम्भाय नमः ॐ महाडम्भाय नमः ॐ वृषाकपये नमः ॐ कारणोपात्तदेहाय नमः ॐ कारणातीतविग्रहाय नमः ॐ अनीश्वराय नमः ॐ अमृताय नमः ॐ प्राणाय नमः ॐ प्राणायामपरायणाय नमः ॐ विरुद्धहन्त्रे नमः ॐ वीरघ्नाय नमः ॐ रक्तास्याय नमः ॐ श्यामकन्धराय नमः ॐ सुब्रह्मण्याय नमः ॐ गुहाय नमः ॐ प्रीताय नमः ॐ ब्रह्मण्याय नमः ॐ ब्राह्मणप्रियाय नमः ॐ वेदवेद्याय नमः ॐ अक्षयफलदाय नमः ॐ श्रीवल्लीदेवसेना समेत श्रीसुब्रह्मण्यस्वामिने नमः ॐ श्रीमरकतसुब्रह्मण्यस्वामिने नमः इति श्रीसुब्रह्मण्याष्टोत्तरशतनामावलिः समाप्ता।
முருகா முருகா அலந்து அலந்து வாவா
శలందు శలందు బావా అలందు అలందు బావా శలంగి శలంగి బావా అలందు అలందు బావా శలందు శలందు బావా అలందు అలందు బావా శలందు శలందు ఆడి ఆడి బావా కుడి కుణి బావా ఆడి ఆడి బావా కుడి కుణి బావా అలందు అలందు బావా శలందు శలంగి బావా అలందు అలందు బావా శలంగి శలంగి బావా ఆడి ఆడి బావా కుడి కుణి బావా ఆడి ఆడి బావా కుడి కుణి మురుగవా మురుగవా మురుగవగన్ శక్తి వేళ మురుగవా మురుగవా మురుగవగన్ శక్తి మురుగవా మురుగవా మురుగవగన్ శక్తి వేళ మురుగవా కుకుటధ్వజం 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 శక్తి వేళ కుకుటధ్వజం శక్తి వేళ మయూరవాహన 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 శక్తి వేళ మయూరవాహన 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 శక్తి వేళ ఆడి ఆడి బావా కుడి కుణి బావా ఆడి ఆడి బావా కుడి కుణి బావా ఆడి ఆడి బావా కుడి కుణి బావా కావడి చంద కావడి చంద కావడి చంద శక్తి వేళ కావడి చంద కావడి చంద తిరుచందూరు 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 శక్తి వేళ తిరుచందూరు తిరుచందూరు శక్తి వేళ ఆడి ఆడి బావా కుడి కుణి బావా ఆడి ఆడి బావా కుడి కుణి బావా బాలకుమార బాలకుమార్ బాలకుమార్ శక్తి వేళ బాలకుమార్ బాలకుమార్ శక్తి వేళ జ్ఞానస్కంద 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 శక్తి వేళ పడని మలై పడని మలై పడని మలై శక్తి వేళ పడని మలై நாகர்கோவில் 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 சக்தி வேள நாகர்கோவில் 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 சக்தி ஆடி ஆடி பாவா குடி குணி பாவா சந்தன காவடி சந்தன காவடி சந்தன காவடி சக்தி வேள சந்தன காவடி பால் காவடி பால் காவடி பால் காவடி சக்தி வேளா தேன் காவடி தேன் காவடி தேன் காவடி சக்தி வேளா சக்கரை காவடி சக்கரை காவடி சக்கரை காவடி சக்தி வேளா சக்கரை காவடி ஆடி ஆடி பாவா குடி குணி பாவா காவடி கற்பூர காவடி கற்பூர காவடி சக்தி வேலா புஷ்ப காவடி புஷ்ப காவடி புஷ்ப காவடி சக்தி வேலா அப்பவா 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 என்ன அப்பவா 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 என்ன அப்பவா அப்பவா சச்சிதானந்த 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 சக்தி வேலா சச்சிதானந்த 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 சக்தி வேலா சச்சிதானந்த 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 ஆடி ஆடி வாவா குடி குனி வாவா ஆடி 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 வாவா குடி குனி வாவா ஆடி ஆடி வாவா குடி குனி வாவா ஆடி ஆடி வாவா குடி குனி வாவா ஆடி ஆடி வாவா குடி குனி வாவா.
And with that, everyone, we begin to wrap up today's episode of Datta Arpanam.
Pranams and gratitude are offered at the divine feet of beloved Sadgurudeva, Parama Pujya Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji and Pujya Shri 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 Datta Vijayananda Tirtha Swamiji, without whose teachings, compassion, love, guidance and music, this program would not exist.
Pranams to you, Puja Appaji and Sri Swamiji. Kindly forgive any errors which may have been committed in preparing or in sharing today's episode of Datta Arpanam, and please guide us to avoid such errors in the future.
Special thanks are extended to the staff at 103.1 FM and to the sponsors of Datta Arpanam, Valini's Drug Mart Limited, Ramlal Educational Institute, Debe Supermart Limited, and Kokie Supermart Limited. And of course, dear listener, an extra special thank you is extended to you for sharing this devotional hour with us.
If you would like to listen to today's program again, check out the Datta Arpanam Facebook page, where by tomorrow night, the YouTube link for today's episode will be shared.
Once again, everyone, thank you for tuning in today. You are invited to please tune in to 103.1 FM again next Sunday at 6 a.m. Atlantic Standard Time for another episode of Datta Arpanam, a showcase of the life, music and teachings of His Holiness Parama Pujya Shri 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 Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji.
Jai Guru Datta.
Shri Guru Datta. Harihi Om Tat Sat.
ॐ सुब्रह्मण्याय नमः ॐ सुब्रह्मण्याय नमः ॐ सुब्रह्मण्याय नमः ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत्।